Okay, here we have some more positive representation for people of color. In this Allure issue, we have actress Lupita Nyong'o with natural hair, as worn by many people, by many African American people, and this representation is particularly important for people of color, as many times in regular society, the people who choose to wear their natural hair are have no there's no win-win situation for them. Often, if they choose to wear their natural hair, they will be touched by people who just want to feel it on the regular, every day, and if they choose not to wear their natural hair, sometimes they can be ostracized by their peers, which is an example of colorism. Colorism is when people discriminate on people according to their skin color. This is not really the same as racism. I mean, it is, but it's from members of the same race, and people are treated differently based on their skin color. In people of color, this can also be known as people who are very dark, such as a model. What's her name? This girl, yes. People who are very, very dark often don't get the same opportunities that light skin models and light skin workers in the industry do, because they are a darker skin color, and they can be ostracized for not choosing to wear their natural hair. So when we have a magazine cover featuring said hair with its decorations, it's a striking positive representation for people of color and young people of color worldwide to feel confident with their own hair. But also it's a positive representation for non-people of color, or white people, or people who without for people who aren't people of color, because it allows them to understand what is actually going on if they touch or insult someone's natural hair. That this article will let them understand the implications of what may seem like a harmless touch of someone's hair. So this is a really positive representation, especially with Lupita Nyong'o, as she's starting to become very well known. So having someone who is very talented, she's a talented actress, and who has a good reputation, is a positive representation for this magazine. And another positive representation is one for people LGBTQ people. This is a magazine cover featuring a trans man after he's had his surgery, post-op. So this is a very positive representation, because often enough trans people get asked about, they can get particularly probing questions about their operation, or about what was there, quote unquote. So having this particular magazine cover with post-operation scars is a positive representation for trans people worldwide to feel confident that they can get through to become the person that they need to be. And it also helps normalize perhaps pecs and scars that won't be able to go away for trans people. And by normalizing it, we can help trans people feel more comfortable taking their shirts off in public, or just allow them to be themselves without being constantly afraid of someone judging them for their scars. So this is a very popular, a very positive representation. The attempt to normalize should normalize. The attempt to normalize such, it's not. The attempt to normalize these things that are often ostracized by mainstream society is a very commendable effort by magazines, because it takes a lot of thought not to turn these real people into page grabbers and actually write and shoot some really inspirational images. So that this is a positive representation of trans people, and we can see it here. Okay. Good. That's my positive representation. Thanks for listening. Bye.